just party, our brains go up. And they had one show in the back, one show with me and Gavin. It's, well, let's Gavin. And then as soon as Teddy B and then Steve Wright made it onto Carson, the game was on. And I mean it sincerely. And then Lenny went to the West Coast, and we all followed. But I'm just saying, when you talk about everybody, you got to do websites and emailing them, you know, it's a whole different world. There was no form or format when we started. Now it's almost, I hate to say this, don't get mad, it's a business almost, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
In those days, it was insanity. And now the funny thing is, 10 years ago, we had a reunion at the Somerville Theater. It was all the veterans from the Ding Ho and the Connection, and everybody, tons of us, Brian, Kiley, all the guys that started, we were all in the room, and there must have been 25 comics there. And the guy from the Globe and the guy from the Herald came in and said, would you guys want anything? And the place burst out in laughter because all of us, Lenny, Sweeney, me, Gav, all the guys, we ordered like spring water and, you know what I mean, all these soft drinks, and the guy from the Globe just passed out laughing. He goes, I remember 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Get the dealing out here. It was a different, everybody's clean.
That's great.
Everybody's sober, everybody's clean and sober. So 99% of the guys that I started out with are all clean and sober now. You know what I mean? And they're all past that. You know, most of them made it big. As you can see, I have. And, I can't stop my freaking progress. It's just going in a spiral. But I'm just glad you keep the ball rolling. Enough for the compliments. Go ahead.
Speaking of going in a spiral and keeping the ball rolling, that transitions into a segment I have called Out of the Blue Questions, which are completely random. They're not connected to each other at all.
As opposed to the other questions.
Yeah, what a structure.
Exactly. But
I think I'm starting to get it now, Sean.
anyways, Colleen Kaufman, if that's your real name.
Woo!
What was the
Pants to the end.
what was the best field trip you went on in grade school?
Grade school?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I lived in Charleston. We went to the Constitution all the time.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I like the Constitution. That was cool.
Mm-hmm.
America, woo!
Represent.
Cannonballs.
Mhm.
You know.
And
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. 8 ball. Oh, I'm sorry, different decade.
Well, there's so many places we can go with balls, really.
And Renee Reynolds,
Yes.
what was the most embarrassing moment you've had?
Since then.
After
Right
the
now.
show.
Right now.
Sitting next to Colleen.
Besides this. But I apologize. I didn't know you didn't want to be on the show with Bob.
What are you blaming me for? I'm not even near the kid.
Okay, so what's the best field trip you've been to?
The cabaret.
Yeah.
I went on a field trip in elementary school, and my mom stole us. She kidnapped us.
Yeah.
She was the chaperone.
Nice.
We went to the aquarium, and she kidnapped us on a dolly. This is true.
Oh.
And she took a bunch of 8-year-olds away from the aquarium, thinking it was all right. So that was a good field trip.
Where did you go?
We went to go get ice cream.
All right. All right.
Oh, Faneuil Hall, I guess.
Fish.
Fish. Got ice cream.
Well, I
Just
guess
swim in
I'll
circles.
continue this question and ask Anthony, what was the best field trip you went on?
Can I have a new question? Or something?
What was the worst field trip you've been on?
But I really haven't gone on any field trips, to tell the truth, in a long time.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a small little kid. I went a couple times. I grew up in Germany, obviously. I was telling
Yeah.
Bob that earlier.
That's cool.
That we used to go on little boat trips down the Rhine River. In school. It was nice. Saw castles and stuff throughout Germany. It was very gorgeous. It was a good time.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Very nice.
That was a good time. That's about it. Yeah. I wish I had a funnier story for you, but I
No,
don't.
That's a good story. It's an awesome story because I've never been to
Yeah, it's
Germany.
nice.
And
It's beautiful. That's
Yeah.
nice. You should go over there
Yeah, definitely.
and stay.
And stay and never come back.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just, no.
All right.
No, that's nice.
Anthony
Well, maybe we
Brooks.
could like go
Well,
to where he grew up and like
I
go
think
to all the
this is gonna
places
last
that
till
he
the
went
last
to
time
growing
of the
up.
show, I think.
Bob
would be our
Seibel,
field trip.
never coming back on my show. Anthony Brooks, never coming back.
We still got 7 minutes to be insulted.
7:34.
7:30, 29.
And Bob Seibel. What
You know,
was?
the man's talking about going down the Rhine as a
Yeah.
little kid on an outing.
Yeah.
It cost me $4,000 to do that last year as a grown-up. So you got lucky with your
Yeah,
dad.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
his dad was military.
Now, speaking of being in different countries, I heard
When?
from the grapevine that you own a boat in South America somewhere. Is that true?
Talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, who the hell told you that?
I'm not going to tell.
No, I was in Bolivia, and this is true. I was in Bolivia with a group of astronomy guys to take Lake, this is not Titicaca, all right? That's the name of the lake, Titicaca. Sounds very suggestive, but I went with a bunch of these astronomers, and I saw this, what the hell do you call them? The papyrus things. The boats that they use on the lake. You know, the big papyrus boats, there's a name for them.
Pontoon?
No, damn it. But you've seen them.
Grady
They're-
Whites?
They're all papyrus, right? So I ordered one. The length of the stage to bring back to the States. It was like $500 for the boat. True story. So I came back to Boston and I called FedEx or something. You know what it's going to cost to get it here? Like $3,000 to get the $400 boat up here. So that's the story about the boat on the lake in Bolivia.
And
I never
when
got
was
it.
Never got it.
When did you go to Bolivia?
As soon as I was in the work release program from Middleton,
Yeah.
and I was, it was in the mid '90s when I was still relatively sane and still had a grasp of reality. I've lost it tonight. There's absolutely.
It's no reality.
I'm trying to show these people, look what happens to you after 30-something years. You lose your freaking touch. I love being on here because it's almost over.
It's always the credits to look forward
Here's the
to.
Yeah,
credits.
the credits are the best
And
thing
also
to look
starring,
for.
I know. No,
Have
it's,
everybody's name in it.
I'm just proud of you, brother.
Mhm.
That you have good taste in comedians.
Are you speaking of these
All
three?
four.
Yeah. All four. Yep.
Doesn't matter how much time you get in, it's the time you put into it. Right? Yeah, man. Just keep working at it.
Now tell me,
And
you,
eventually you'll be a success like me, you know.
now tell me, you had the
can't wait.
opportunity, Bob.
What?
You had the opportunity to be on one of the late night shows. Tell me about that.
I blew it.
Yeah.
True.
It's easy
It's
enough.
an opportunity out in Hollywood back in '86, and I literally blew it. True story. It's a place called a Comedy Store. Remember Mitzi? No? And they said, people from some Warner Brothers want to see you. And I said, "Puh." I flew back to Boston. The phone never rang. Oh, yeah. Arrogance, stupidity. I paid the price. You know, always bite for it when it's given to you. Don't, you know what I mean? Seriously. Don't think they're going to call you back. They never do. I mean, for you people, they probably would, but for me, they never did. Yeah, giving up a lot of crazy opportunities, you know what I mean? And I passed up tonight, Leno, just to be on here.
Very nice.
Someday you're going to be Jay.
That'd be
Walking.
nice.
I'm like, it's like an open target. You just keep shooting. I love you, man. You just
I give you the most.
plan on
most
hit me
work
tomorrow,
around
will
it.
you?
They're gonna lock the door
Nah,
before you come
you're a
in.
good guy. You're a good guy. Invite me back for 200.
How'd you know?
335.
3:33.
Your turn.
Yep, Colleen. What am I gonna ask you now? Do you know? Can you read? Can you read?
This is like
people's minds?
clairvoyance.
Really?
Well, I did not bring my magic 8-ball. I
Oh, you
can
didn't?
only imagine what's cooking.
All right. So
Sean.
what I'm gonna ask you is,
Let me shift my jacket.
most people don't know what webisodes are.
Let me fix
There
my
are
shirts.
Little like skits, if you will, to put online
This
to
is
get out there for people to see. They can go on YouTube to watch them, and the Belco Productions. And is this something you would eventually collaborate, put together like 5 or 6 webisodes and maybe enter like a contest or something like
We would like
around
to do
Boston,
that.
yeah.
That is something we have discussed a few
Mhm.
times, yeah. Editing can be tricky. That
Yeah.
seems to be the hardest part, is getting everything in and figuring out how to get it to flow well and,
Mhm.
so. Wow.
So what's so funny, Miss Reynolds? That smirk on over there.
It is hard. Nothing. Nothing.
Too many lights on you.
Yeah, it distracts me.
Something shiny!
Hey, look at that. Don't look down.
The lights are up, actually. Yeah. Throwing that out there.
2-minute warning.
Yeah, what else is
2-minute
going on?
warning. We're in football now. We gotta go to halftime.
That means we get a break. Yeah.
Get some water.
Someone's supposed to Gatorade us or anything?
Wash our
Recon-
sack.
Reconfigure.
Regroup.
Yep. So we have 2 minutes left, as Bob told us.
140.
1:40, and just so our audience can know, all of our 500 people over here, and the people watching in Burlington and on YouTube when this eventually goes on YouTube. Actually, I should have said this is on YouTube right now. But where do they go to see your work? You are on Facebook, and Renee, you have your website. So if everybody can just talk about how they publicize themselves, that would be great.
Hurry up.
Starting with calling.
Sometimes I call people
Yeah,
and invite them,
yeah.
or I'll text to them.
Mm-hmm.
But for people I don't usually see, Facebook is usually my biggest. Can kind of get a lot of information to a lot of people quickly through Facebook. So
Mhm.
some people who I know don't have it, I'd email or call.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what about you, Renee?
Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Facebook. I'm on that Weebly website.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the URL,
Yeah.
unfortunately. RedTube.
Mm-hmm. RedTube. Yeah.
Anyone that giggled knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
You do, of course.
I saw you on there. with
Did
it.
you?
Yeah.
I was with Bob.
With Bob, with your father.
How many more minutes, Dad? Oh
12,
my God.
11.
Are we
This
there
is the
yet?
countdown. Tell them what you want.
Is this the final
Hurry up.
countdown?
That's a
Facebook, you can.
You have Facebook and your fan page as well.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anthony Brooks is stuttering comic.
Yep.
Facebook. Yeah, and then Anthony's Comedy Showcase
Yep.
on Facebook also. You can
Anthony's.
catch me on that, and you can see all my upcoming shows and
Mhm.
and guests and stuff. If you want to be on my show, you can contact me, and I'll find a spot for you.
Mhm. And Bob, what about yourself?
I'll be on laxatives about midnight.
That's how you promote yourself?
I'll be at the Hilton at Logan Airport Friday and Giggle Saturday. That's as far as it goes for me. Thursday I'll be on, I don't know, any drug I can find. Thank you.
All right, well, that's all we got right now. And
Hey,
this is Bob Seibel, Anthony Brooks, Renee Reynolds, Colleen Coughlin.
Nice to meet you.
And
Peace be with you.
thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for coming
No,
out
no,
and
no,
supporting
no, no.
Shawn Hansen's comedy show.
150.